The Badgers host Michigan on Friday at 7:30 p.m. and then Michigan State on Saturday at 7 p.m. Head coach Kelly Sheffield is here. We'll have some opening comments, then take questions.
It's a big weekend in front of us. You're playing Michigan and Michigan State. Second time seeing Michigan, first time seeing Michigan State. Both teams, I would anticipate, would be seeded teams going into the NCAA tournament. And so this is probably the type of competition that you'd probably be seeing in a regional to be able to get to a Final Four. So it's I'm trying to think. It's probably on consecutive days, probably the biggest challenge we've had this year with two elite teams back to back. So we're certainly looking forward to playing this weekend.
Are you troubled with the way the Northwestern match played out, the start you got off to there at this point in the season?
I thought Friday night, defensively, we played about as well as any of my teams have played since I've been here. I'm not sure we had the same defensive intensity to start the match. And I'm not sure we served quite as aggressively as what we needed to. Northwestern was playing well. Give them credit also. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on us. Thought they were attacking well. I thought they were serving. They got confidence in that match, and so when you have confidence, you start maybe doing some things that maybe you don't do when you don't have confidence. And so I thought they were serving us aggressively. I thought Abbott was an absolute handful. And then I think we were probably shooken a little bit, and I think we started calming down a little bit and started playing a lot better. And but Big Ten wins are hard to come by. And you come out of there with a fifth game win, and I think we're 5-1 in the fifths, and we're also playing. We're on the road, and we're playing our second match in 2 days, and that was their first match going into it. And so it's, if you're not on top of your game, I've said this for a while, just about every team in the league can get you. And we weren't on top of our game. They were playing back-to-back, and we're in a fight for our lives.
Seen a lot of Abby Cole over the years. What's the challenge she presents, and how do they balance her off with other players who maybe don't get as much attention as she does?
Yeah, it's not just them. It's not just her. I mean, she's awfully good. She's really good. She had a really nice match up in Ann Arbor. But they're so balanced. I mean, they've got a lot of different weapons and a lot of different depth, and a freshman setter that does a really nice job. She distributes the ball well. She really scored pretty much at will offensively against us, and her serve really gives a lot of people a lot of trouble. Their backcourt players, they've got an excellent libero, and they've got a lot of depth on the left side, and it's that was a huge win for us up at their place, because they have a lot of different weapons. Abby certainly is the headliner there, but that's certainly not the only piece of the puzzle there.
Kelly, one of the storylines around football is, not looking ahead or looking at other scores or what have you, just take care of business. I would assume you're in that same position, because there's some big matches coming up the next 2 weeks, with Nebraska just a game ahead of you guys.
Yeah, it's that's a big error if you start getting ahead of yourself. You spend, it's something we talk about a lot. Is let's do a great job of dominating this moment and living in this moment, whether that's in a match or this week, or you spend too much time worrying about the matches that you just played, and you're not getting better, and You work an awful lot. You spend too much time thinking about matches that are down the road, and you're going to get bit. And I think that's one of the things our team has done a really good job. Especially these last 3 years. I mean, it's a I think our record is pretty solid these past 3 years, and we haven't lost to. We've gone the distance with quite a few people, but we haven't. We're usually not losing too many matches that you sit there and say, man, how'd that one get away from you? We might have gotten bent a little bit, but we haven't been broken. And I think a lot of that is, I think our players have done a really good job. It doesn't take too much convincing either. They've done a really good job of just, paying attention to what's in front of them and, not getting too high or too low about things. And so, yeah, you better do a great job with it here at the end of the year. It's football. It's every sport right now, especially at the end of the year. Can you pay attention to what matters?
To have you look ahead just one day, Michigan State, your first look at them this year, Autumn Bailey transfer from Marquette there. What sort of impact has she had, and what do you see in Michigan State, which just won a big match against Michigan?
I see a team that could be in the Final Four. I think they are the filthiest serving team out there that I've seen. I mean, and they have almost as many aces as errors. So it's not just them just bombing balls, but they don't air themselves out too much either. Blocking wise, they're very physically imposing at the nets. Very strong net play. They had a barn burner with Michigan the other day. There's a lot of weapons. You asked about the transfer. She was out last year with a knee injury. It's just another baller on their team. Another person that can play in the backcourt, that can defend at a high level, that can pass, that can serve. That, is crafty up there at the net, that can bomb away. She's carried the offensive load for the Marquette team. And here with Michigan State, she's another legitimate piece that makes them really good.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Kelly.